They said a hero shouldn't end up living in a hole in the mountain. They said a decorated Navy SEAL deserved better than a rusted steel door carved into a desert cliff. They laughed when they saw him hauling scrap wood and solar panels up a rocky trail, laughed when they saw the German shepherd padding loyally behind him, laughed and called it rock bottom. But the laughter stopped the day his dog began digging at that cave floor and uncovered something no one could have imagined, a fortune worth $220 million, buried in silence for decades. Before we go any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the idea that someone's lowest moment can become their greatest turning point, take a second to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this remind us why we should never judge too quickly. His name was Daniel Mercer, though around town he was mostly called that SEAL who lost everything. He had once led missions in places most people couldn't find on a map. He had moved through darkness with courage stitched into his bones. But war leaves behind more than medals. It leaves echoes. After 15 years of service, Daniel returned home with scars that didn't show on his skin. The noise of a passing truck could turn into an explosion in his mind. Crowds felt like combat zones. Sleep came in fragments, and when it did, it dragged nightmares with it. He tried the normal route. He tried a house in a quiet suburb. He tried a job at a private security firm. He tried pretending everything was fine. But normal life didn't fit anymore. The walls of the house felt too close. The neighbor's curiosity felt like interrogation. The silence felt louder than gunfire. Eventually, after selling what little he had left and exhausting his savings, Daniel made a decision that shocked everyone who knew him. He bought a patch of desert land at the base of a rocky hillside, land so cheap it seemed almost worthless. And inside that hillside was a natural cave sealed off by a rusted industrial door from some long-forgotten mining operation. People thought he had snapped. They drove out just to see it. They stood at a distance and took photos. They whispered that trauma had broken him. But Daniel wasn't looking for comfort. He was looking for quiet. The desert offered something the world never had, space. Space to breathe. Space to think. Space to heal. With his own hands, he cleaned the cave. He reinforced the entrance. He installed a small solar system and a rainwater collection setup. The cave became his shelter, his fortress, his sanctuary. And he wasn't alone. Rex had been paired with Daniel during his final deployment. A strong, intelligent German shepherd with alert brown eyes, Rex had saved Daniel's life more than once by detecting explosives hidden beneath sand and rubble. When Daniel retired, he made sure Rex retired with him. The dog became more than a companion, he became an anchor. On nights when Daniel jolted awake, breath ragged and heart pounding, Rex would press his body against him until the shaking stopped. On days when memories clawed at his mind, Rex would nudge a ball toward him, silently insisting that life still had simple joys. Life in the cave was not glamorous. The summers were brutal, the heat wrapping around the rocks like a living thing. Dust storms would rattle the steel door. Supplies required a long drive into town. Money ran thin. Daniel took small freelance jobs fixing fences, installing security systems, helping ranchers repair equipment. Each time he drove into town, he felt the stares. The whispers. The pity disguised as concern. They didn't understand that he wasn't hiding from life. He was rebuilding it. Months passed, then a year. The cave became organized, almost cozy in its rugged simplicity. Shelves carved into stone held books about history, geology, and survival. A small American flag hung near the entrance, not as a symbol of pride, but as a reminder of the brothers he had lost. The outside world slowly began to fade into the background. Then one afternoon, as the sun dipped low and painted the desert in gold, Rex began to act strangely. It started with restless pacing. Then scratching. Then a focused, determined digging at a corner of the cave floor near the back wall, a place Daniel had never paid much attention to. At first, Daniel assumed it was just instinct. Dogs dig. He gently called Rex away. But the dog returned, more insistent this time, claws scraping against packed dirt and stone. There was a tension in Rex's body that Daniel recognized from their deployment days, the posture he took when he sensed something hidden. Daniel's pulse quickened. He grabbed a shovel and knelt beside his dog. The soil was compact, as if it had been deliberately packed down. After several minutes of digging, the shovel struck metal with a dull, unmistakable clang. Both man and dog froze. Buried about 2 feet beneath the surface was a reinforced steel hatch, different from the outer cave door. It was smaller, older, almost camouflaged by time and sediment. Daniel felt a strange chill despite the heat. He brushed away dirt carefully, revealing hinges and a heavy lock long since corroded. The cave wasn't just a cave. It had once been part of something more. Daniel's training kicked in. He moved cautiously, examining the hatch for traps or structural weaknesses. Finding none, he used tools from his workshop to pry the rusted lock loose. It took over an hour of careful effort before the hatch finally groaned open, releasing a breath of stale air that smelled like history and secrecy. Below the hatch was a narrow staircase carved into rock. Daniel strapped on a flashlight and descended slowly, Rex at his heels. The beam cut through darkness, illuminating a hidden chamber roughly the size of a small warehouse. Wooden crates lined the walls. Metal trunks sat stacked in neat rows. The air was thick with dust, untouched for decades. He approached the nearest crate and pried it open. Inside were stacks of old documents, bonds, and certificates, some bearing government seals from the 1940s and 1950s. His heart pounded harder as he opened a trunk nearby. Gold bars gleamed back at him, dulled only slightly by time. Another trunk revealed velvet pouches filled with uncut gemstones. There were sealed envelopes containing bearer bonds whose values, even at a glance, seemed astronomical. Daniel stood in stunned silence, the flashlight trembling in his hand. Over the next several days, he carefully documented everything and contacted a reputable attorney in the nearest city. It took weeks of verification, legal processes, and historical research to piece together the story. The cave had once been used by a private mining syndicate during the mid-20th century. Rumors suggested they had hidden assets to avoid taxation and legal scrutiny. A sudden scandal and the mysterious death of the syndicate's leader had caused the location of the hidden wealth to vanish from records. It had been forgotten, sealed beneath dirt and time. Until a loyal dog decided to dig. The total appraised value of the gold, bonds, gemstones, and compounded interest on certain financial instruments reached an astonishing figure, $220 million. News spread like wildfire. The same people who had once laughed at Daniel's cave house now drove out in SUVs, craning their necks to glimpse the entrance. Reporters camped near the dirt road. Headlines called him the cave millionaire. Social media exploded with theories and envy. Some claimed he had staged it. Others insisted fate had chosen him for a reason. But the truth was far simpler and far deeper. The money did not change Daniel overnight. If anything, it made him more cautious. He remembered what it felt like to lose control. He knew how quickly fortune could disappear. The first thing he did was secure Rex's future with the best veterinary care and a vast stretch of protected land where the dog could run freely. The second thing he did shocked the town more than the discovery itself. Daniel established a foundation dedicated to veterans struggling with reintegration and trauma. He purchased land near the desert hillside and built a rehabilitation retreat, not a clinical hospital, but a peaceful sanctuary modeled after the cave's quiet strength. It included therapy programs, job training workshops, and K-9 companionship initiatives pairing veterans with rescue dogs. He understood better than anyone that sometimes healing begins with a loyal animal and open space. He paid off debts for families of fallen soldiers he had served with. He funded scholarships for their children. He invested in community infrastructure, improving schools and small businesses in the very town that had once mocked him. Slowly, the laughter transformed into respect. People who had judged him for living in a cave began to see what he had truly been building: resilience. They realized the cave was never a symbol of failure. It was a cocoon. A place where a broken man had stitched himself back together in silence. Daniel eventually renovated the cave entrance, preserving it as a personal retreat rather than abandoning it. Despite his wealth, he still spent nights there with Rex, sitting beneath the same rocky ceiling that had sheltered him when he had nothing. He often reflected on how close he had come to despair during those early months. If he had cared more about public opinion, he might have sold the land. If he had ignored his dog's instincts that afternoon, the hatch might still be buried. Instead, patience and loyalty had unearthed a miracle. Rex grew older, his muzzle turning gray, his movements slower. But every time Daniel looked at him, he saw not just the dog who found a fortune, but the partner who had guarded his life in war and in peace. The fortune was extraordinary, yes. But the real treasure had always been the bond between them. As the years passed, the desert retreat became a beacon of hope for struggling veterans across the country. Men and women arrived carrying invisible wounds, and many left standing taller, guided by therapy, community, and the quiet companionship of dogs who seemed to understand pain without words. Daniel never forgot the sound of laughter from those early days. He didn't hold resentment. Instead, he used it as fuel, a reminder that appearances rarely tell the full story. Now, before we reach the end, if this story has touched your heart even a little, please take a moment to like the video, share it with someone who might need encouragement, and subscribe for more powerful stories of resilience and hope. And here's something special: comment the word loyalty below if you believe a faithful heart can change a life. In the end, the greatest twist was not the $220 million hidden beneath stone. It was the transformation of a man who had been reduced to whispers and pity, rising quietly to become a source of strength for others. The cave that once symbolized isolation became a monument to healing. The dog that once walked behind him through desert dust became a symbol of unwavering devotion. Everyone had laughed at the Navy SEAL's cave house. But when his dog uncovered a fortune, what they truly discovered was this: sometimes the world buries its greatest blessings beneath layers of doubt and judgment. And sometimes, it takes a loyal companion and a resilient soul to dig them back into the light. And long after the headlines faded and the reporters left, the desert remained. Quiet. Steady. Watching as a man and his dog proved that rock bottom can become the strongest foundation of all.